Previously on Rock Star Designer.
So we are announcing our very first JTV Rock Star Designer competition.
Jewelry designers from across the country sent in their entries.
I'm like a big kid. I'm a one-woman show.
Nature has a huge influence on my jewelry.
You chose 10, and our judges were tasked with narrowing it down to 5 competitors.
Our customer would love it.
I think jewelry making is a hobby to her.
Could be a bit of a challenge in mass producing her designs.
I don't see a brand.
5 were chosen, but only one person will become JTV's Rock Star Designer.
I've been waiting for a show like this forever and ever and ever.
Nobody threatens me.
And I'm just ready to dive in.
I wonder what's in those boxes.
What's bugging me is why some are smaller and why some are bigger. Is it fair?
Nothing is going to be fair.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to our first ever Rock Star Designer. Raise your hand if you've ever traveled to an exotic locale. Well, dust off your passports because you are about to go on a world tour. We've got 5 travel cases, and inside those travel cases is the inspiration for your design today. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yes. We are.
Earlier, we drew names, and we have the first person to go, Deborah.
Get to go for the big boy.
So inside your cases are special gemstones, along with information on country of origin, the history, and the culture. You have 30 minutes to actually research and design your project. The clock starts now.
I got Russia. I see this book and it just says Russia, and I'm like, oh great, I don't know that much about Russia. It's cold, you know, I know what I've seen on TV, accent's kind of cool. And I start seeing all these green gemstones, and I'm like, okay, I think these might be emeralds, but I'm not really sure. Find out they're chrome diopside, which apparently only comes from Russia. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? I don't normally work with stones.
Africa.
When I think of Africa, I think of big, bold jewelry, colorful, tribal, zebras, I think of animals.
Just having ideas running through my head.
I got China. I'm so excited that it's China.
Oh, wow. Those are beautiful.
I'm getting inspired. It's beautiful. I'm just a little bit overwhelmed by how many colors I have.
My country is Brazil.
I've been here. That's good. I'm looking for something in here to pop out.
I just do better if I just start going. And it's like trial and error, and it all comes together. I have to use this fabric because I keep looking at it.
I got a box all about India. It had some rubies and some sapphires and a big thick book full of all this information about India. There's all these faceted gemstones. Am I gonna have time to set like 20 gemstones? I have no idea.
It's a little bit difficult to design something without knowing what you have to work with.
And my real concern is the tools that I'm going to have in the workshop. Hopefully there's a drill in there. Even if there are drill bits in there, I'm not going to be able to drill through vertically. I'm going to have to go for another plan. Option 2, making a really sort of rock and roll statement kind of necklace.
Until I go into the room to see what we have to work with, my designs might just be thrown out the window.
I have some great ideas, but I don't think that they're going to come to fruition.
I'll use this some way because I think it's tribally. Africa definitely is tribally.
4 out of the 5 contestants are used to metalsmithing. We do have one contestant. She's used to beading. Instead of creating things out of raw materials, I create exquisitely hand-woven chainmail jewelry. I want to incorporate a little bit of the chainmail texture and then try to figure out how to work in the stones. I'm not really sure about that yet.
I think this
needs to be just a very bold statement, definitely vibrant, and speaks of the culture of Brazil. The women there aren't afraid to wear anything bold or make a statement with their jewelry, so I think that's important in the piece that I designed, thinking something like that.
I'm really thinking about elephants and the headdress things that they have, and just a lot of bling and a lot of bright colors. I just want to make as many small pieces as I possibly can to bling out my model. I'm ready to show the world all the stuff that I can make.
I have the problem of having too many ideas. I'm starting to second guess myself, but I can't. I don't have time to. I'm wondering if strips of fabric would be cooler. Creating some kind of like fabric fringe.
How much time do we have left?
All right, designers. The design portion of your challenge is officially over. Time is up. Pick everything up and we're gonna head over to the workshop.
Let's do this. I just have to stick to what I already designed.
I'm ready to get in there and dominate.
We have 5 benches, and each of you get to choose which bench you would like to be. Wait, hold on. On your mark. Get set, go. You all have 6 hours to make your creation, and the clock starts now.
We're making a necklace. It's gonna be a big necklace.
Trying to make a border shape.
I'm finding a ton of big beads that I think I could work with a lot better.
I need to really take inventory of what tools I have, what materials I have. Being a little bit OCD, it's kind of tough with all this uncertainty because it's like I like to have all my ducks in a row. I like to know what's gonna happen.
I'm ready to kick it. All right, let's get serious here. I'm just gonna create bird feathers with the fabric and layer it.
Did we find any sheet metal?
There's a little bit up there, yeah.
I didn't have a lot of sheet metal. Very, 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 very little.
My comfort zone is with metals, and I have everything but metal.
My entire plan goes out the window.
This is the smallest workbench. It's super tiny. Like,
Deborah is kind of high maintenance.
this wire is really thin and weak. I'm not in great shape. Pretty banged up.
It's a challenge. That's what this whole thing's about.
These rings are not as consistent as the ones I'm used to working with. Kind of bothers me a little bit.
Just shut up and do it.
I'm gonna play with some fire, so look out. Solder with a butane torch. First time in my life I've ever done this.
Next, I'm gonna string all of these. I hate stringing little tiny beads. Can barely see the holes.
I'm gonna warn you, I haven't used one of these in a few years. I probably need about 100 of these.
I've super glued half my fingernails to my skin. Super glue.
Hey, Jara.
Super glue. I'm getting nervous a little bit. Feeling like I can't even use my fingers right now.
I could do a strip level. So I'm doing like a big thing and something that comes down for the everyday woman who might be a little bit bolder and wear something that's a little bit larger.
My eyes keep going up to the clock, and I seem to see every second going by.
To make 100 or 200 of these, I don't think I'm gonna have the time to do that. I might modify the design.
Oh, no, you're kidding me. I ended with a gold bead, and I did it on the other side. So, have to restring it.
Today I'm making a pair of kind of chandelier-shaped earrings. I'm using like a solid wire component that's supporting the chainmail component underneath that, and then dangling from the chainmail component are the little stones we were given in our challenge.
As I'm approaching the design, I'm thinking about
How will this piece stand without focal point? There might be a nice opportunity here. I can't get past the butterfly. It's colorful and it's happy and it's whimsical. I'm in love with the butterfly.
I'm just trying to use some enamel and get some bright poppy stuff.
Powdered glass. It's enamel.
I'm working on this really cute little ring. It's a little flower, and I enameled it blue, and then I put these little red beads on it. I'm gonna make as much stuff as I could possibly freaking make.
I use the fabric to braid to add a little bit more of like an African feel.
The more color, the better.
I'm discovering that the beads are not conducive to putting wire through them. So I have to drill each and every pearl individually. At this pace, it's gonna take me 2 days to get through it.
Ugh, that just gave me chills.
When the drills were going and they were using the saw, it sounded like fingernails going down a chalkboard. Makes my arm hair stick up. Bad. Gives me chills.
Yeah, they look good. I just finished the earrings, so unless I want to make another piece, I'm done.
I work, with metals. I don't have a lot of patience with beads. Of all the things I could have done for the challenge, this is probably the worst.
What's this?
Part of a necklace, I think.
So you're gonna do a ring and a necklace?
I think.
Nice.
I'm kind of doing a bunch at once, and I don't really want to tell anybody, right?
Can't wait to see it. That'll be cool. Good luck. I have no idea what you're up to.
I don't know what I'm up to be honest. Nobody's looking at my...
I'm pushing myself by trying to make more pieces than I thought I could. I pierced out sort of like a heart shape, and I'm gonna enamel that and put red beads on it too, so it matches the ring. And so I'll probably use that for a necklace part.
I hope this pays off. I'm spending a lot of time doing this.
I've got some juices flowing creatively, and I'm feeling confident.
I think it's so cool that I chose to use the fabric, because I don't use fabric at all on a daily basis.
There's a lot of fabric being used. I'm actually sawing and piercing and enameling. I don't know, though. I don't want to get too cocky because maybe fabric's the way to go.
Hopefully I get points for hand making everything myself.
I like really big, bold statement pieces. My model has a strong neck. It's gonna be heavy.
Hello, everyone. Remember that your designs not only need to be creative, but they have to be sellable. I've got Angie with me. She's one of our senior buyers, and I've invited her over to check on your progress.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
It's going good.
Tell me a little bit about your design and the inspiration that you had.
So the country that I have is Brazil. There was this gorgeous fabric that had birds on it and inspired me to make a statement piece and then mimic the feathers of the bird with the fabric. I also made feathers out of copper to layer on top.
You've got 2 stations on this side, 3 on that side.
I just like it to be a little asymmetrical. I think it makes it a little more interesting.
It's a very fun, happy piece. The layering story is really good. Good elements here.
So you think the fabric will be okay to reproduce?
No, I think it would be an issue. You have to think about the mass production ability of cloth versus, metal or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, how are you? Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind your design?
My family actually adopted a family from Africa, and I just remember all of their colorful, little outfits they would wear in their headpieces, just trying to use a bunch of colors.
I like your use of texture and color together. Is it a heavy piece?
It's not too heavy. My model has a strong neck. It's gonna be heavy. It's not that bad, but it layers pretty good once it's on you.
You have to consider for, mass production, obviously the fabric pieces, we'd have to probably change those out. When you're wearing something like this, is it a statement piece or is it something that you can wear every day? How often can a customer wear that same look?
You look busy.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. My country was India. I was really thinking about the headdresses that I see on elephants in all their celebrations. This will be a necklace. I just soldered all these pieces, and I'm gonna hammer some of this out. This will be dangling down.
I feel like the scale is a little off. Think about how big that is and where that's gonna sit along your neckline. The actual metalwork is small as well. So you've got two things going on. The actual overall scale is too big and the metalwork is too small. I like the way that you've got a story going. You've got a good collection. I just think the end result, and they'd be proud to wear that.
How's it going?
Good, good. I actually just finished not long before y'all got here.
You finished your entire project?
I was given Russia, and we were given this beautiful fabric. And I was just really inspired by all the little curls on it. So I added this chainmail element here, and then put the stones down on the bottom and mimicked those curves in the top part.
Work design. Is that going to be the final element that it's hanging from?
That's what I had planned on, but I could certainly make something.
Think about how long that is and how far it's going to hang. Something that long might move too much.
Okay.
Some of the other designers have done really ornate, heavy pieces.
I really didn't want to bite off more than I could chew, so I picked a project that I knew I'd be really happy with.
How's it going?
Great. My country was China, and I was inspired by the colors and the symbolism. I really was struggling with whether or not I wanted to use a material, but the butterfly kept speaking to me.
Our customer loves animals, so don't be afraid of the butterfly. In a way that you could make that a non-fabric butterfly obviously would be to use like epoxy or enamel.
I'm thinking, great, she's picking up on what I'm trying to do.
You actually have a lot of different textures going on. You've got the stick pearls, then you go to the round pearls, and then the actual gunmetal pieces. It doesn't flow.
And she's putting a little doubt into my mind.
But I wonder like how that's gonna all be able to lay just right.
Hopefully it will move, so it will be a little whimsical, I hope. But we'll see how it lays. I don't know either.
I am a little bit befuddled.
She didn't like the fabric, so no more fabric.
She doesn't know if this would be an everyday wear. I wear this stuff every day.
And I worked. I was pretty confident, and then I had my critique. I get smashed, basically. It's like, well, it's too big and the wire's small. I'm gonna cut it apart and make it smaller.
I guess I could have come up with a more elaborate design, that's something that would have taken up the whole time. It would really suck to come in and be the first one out. Yeah, it would really suck.
I liked the different textures playing against each other. I thought that's what made it visually interesting. So I don't know if I'm gonna tone that part down.
I am mimicking the fabric with colored beads.
If the fabric in my necklace was the biggest mark against me, I think I'm doing pretty good.
I think they hated my stuff, so I kind of ripped it all apart.
Trying to figure out what in the world I'm going to do, and I just thought I'll make some earrings.
I don't know, even that is a pretty big earring, but it's all I can do right now.
I just bust out as many metal feathers as I possibly can. Create the layers that way.
So I'm gonna have a ring and earrings, and I gotta make this into something, I just don't know what. Be like that. No, that looks bad. I don't know what the hell to do with this.
Since I have so much time left, I'm going to go ahead and make a simple little pendant that will kind of match the design lines.
It's like the gears started working and the ideas started flowing. This writer, he's Brazilian, and I love his writings. And I'm like, I could engrave something. You are what you believe yourself to be, or now that she had nothing to lose, she was free.
It's very difficult not having a live model. I love my piece on the table.
I just don't know what it's going to end up looking like.
I had to use beads. I needed to get some of the stones in there, and that was the best way.
Bead stringing. God, anybody can do this. I should not be wasting my time doing this.
I'm gonna need a glass of wine after this, or two. Probably 2 or 3.
All right, guys, I am done. I am gonna get out of here. So y'all have fun. Good luck. Bye. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, she has an hour left. She can still be doing something.
I hope she doesn't regret that. Not using all her time.
I only have an hour left.
I don't have the drill bit. All I have is a little small ball burr. Let me just see if this will work. I go for it.
I'm taking an enameled part of the necklace, and I'm gonna use that as a back. So it's sort of going to be a necklace that has a little back peekaboo, cute thing, and then has the beads that come over the shoulders. Not like something I'd normally design, I'll tell you that much.
I finished one tier of the necklace, and I have 3 more to go. 32 minutes left.
I covered my stuff at the end because I don't want the other contestants to get a last-minute inspiration from my design. I went in today and I dominated.
I know I need to patina these little copper pieces, and it seems really simple, but the time is gonna go so fast.
Don't cut the wrong one.
I completed the necklace, and I still had 2 minutes and 55 seconds to spare.
Done.
I had to cut my vision short. Okay, so it's done.
I'm happy, satisfied, nervous, excited. I lived. Call it a day.
The first phase of this challenge is done. It's had its ups and its downs. But now the real fun begins as our contestants take their designs in front of the judges. One of these designers will be going home, but which one? Be sure to come back to see if your favorite will continue to shine or if they've lost their sparkle. Who will become JTV's Rock Star Designer?